Haircut, yeah, I got a haircut. And right in time for the Hakari Drip King video. And full disclosure, before I started making this video, I was never really huge on Hakari like some people are, but as I started rereading the manga and researching about him, I actually found that he's a little bit more of an interesting character than I gave him credit for. Let's get right into it. Who is Hakari Kinji? We must ask the question. In my opinion, Hakari will grow up to look like this. That is, if he survives. I mean, he just kind of got that vibe. There's something greasy about him, but also something that draws him to us. It's like, I made a comment about this in the Toji video, but it's always degenerate characters that have clear, like, real-world problems that people always love. Moving on, he has the highest level Yap domain expansion, and I know there's always people in the comments saying, Luca, you fucking idiot, Jujutsu fans can't, no reading comprehension. No. Read this and tell me you understand it. I'm not an idiot, I promise you. It's just that his power makes no fucking sense. He has an obsession with sickness. There's something about fevers, yada yada yada, Hakari. I don't know if this is a mistranslation or anything, but, you know, English is my first language. Shitty joke. Moving on. He's the Drip King. The man pulls up to fight Uraume in fucking J's. And we don't even see them scuffed. Jay's a jacket. He and Yuji, I think, are the only people who have the Jujutsu uniform, except slightly different. I could be wrong there, let me know. He assaults farmers and conservatives. I remember this is something that's kind of glazed over, but the reason he's suspended is because he assaulted one of the higher-ups, conservative higher-ups. What a fucking based king. And then, obviously, he assaults Kashimo. But farmers and conservatives, they go hand in hand anyway. He thinks he's too cool for school, yet he goes to one. Classic example of, like, an 18-year-old. I think he's about 17 or 18, but there's no fucking way, dude. Like, he does not look at this picture. He looks like he's at least 25. If I saw him at an outing, I would guarantee that there would be swarms of people around him. He's kind of got that vibe. And then he's dumber than even you and Yuji. I cannot describe to you what a 2 on this IQ score means, because Itadori in the fight, Sukuna versus Gojo, counts on his fingers to 5. So if he's presumably even dumber than Yuji, how fucking stupid can you get, dude? Moving on. Let's sum it up. Who is he? He's just kind of a Degen. But he's weirdly likable. Just like me, for real. I love this character, honestly. I mean, I didn't before, but everything about him at this point is pretty cool. Just looking at pictures of him makes me want to, like, reread his parts of the story, even though they're not super interesting, if I'm being honest. So what has he done? He sucked Megumi off for being the head of the Zenin. And now he's a networking fucking king. He was not interested in what Yuji had to say, not interested in the culling games, and then when he heard Megumi was the head of the family, that's how you get ahead in life. You gotta do the dirty work. Suck people off. He's inspired by Brad Pitt. He founded Fight Club, except Jujutsu version. And it's pretty cool. I've always liked underground fight clubs in, like, any kind of piece of media, so this was fun to see in JJK. And it gave us one of the most entertaining fights in the series. And I've said this in the Kashimo video before, but I mean, even if Kashimo was disappointing, Hakari versus Kashimo was fucking rad. They just, like, amped their powers to the max. Hakari was face tanking. Kashimo was also face tanking and trying to out damage his healing. Dope fight. In that same vein, he out hacks the farming bum. Now, Hakari's domain expansion, we don't really know how it works, but infinite cursed energy is pretty fucking hacks. And then he amassed a femboy following. I was doing some research here, and then in this fight, when people I think are watching or preparing for the Gojo Sukuna fight, we've got Kirara and Kashimo next to Hakari. It's right before your very eyes. He impressed Gojo. Gojo said, oh, that's a cool trick, having rough cursed energy. Remember when he punched Yuji, Yuji said it fucking hurt. And Yuji's he can take it. And he survived the Sukuna arc. Right, Gege? So how strong is Hakari? Well, no. He's not as strong as Yuta. And nothing you say can convince me otherwise, especially after the most recent chapter with Mutual Love. Yuta is actually kind of goated. He's potentially only behind Gojo and Yuta for the good guys at this point. I mean, Yuki and Geto might edge him out too. Probably Yuki especially and Geto. But when he's on a roll, I don't really see that they have a way to put him down, other than going for the head. However, his power is variant as fuck. So, gun to my head, you ask me who's stronger between Yuki and Geto and Hakari, I'd probably put him behind them. But they're dead, so who gives a fuck? And then he's stronger than Uraume. How the fuck did he get above them? I mean, Uraume's falling on, like, this fucking huge icicle towards Sukuna. We don't even know how they got up there. And then Hakari is just, like, 200 meters above her. Must be the shoes, Michael. And he's got the fastest domain in the series. However, he loses to Blitz. He cannot even beat, I think, Maki or Toji, in my opinion, if they blitz him. However, if he's already on a roll, then they're kind of cooked. Alright, so this slide I included because there's something very important to mention. Remember, the chance of Hakari hitting a jackpot is 1 in 239. Now, there was a theory that Gojo comes back in 239, 3 chapters after his death. Obviously that never happened. But what people fail to realize, that it's not 239, it's 1/239. If you just remove the slash, Gojo will come back in 1239. He'll be back. And yes, this slide was useless. In conclusion, what can we say about Hakari? He's like Toji, but not as based. He is a Degen character that people like, but there's something about Toji that just clicks more and he does it better. And he's sexier. He's really cool for some reason, but he does low-key nothing. The Fight Club, as we mentioned, was cool, but in the Culling games, he didn't really do that much outside of save Panda. Panda got fucking manhandled. And then he's a femboy enjoyer. We gotta respect it, dude. I mean, the man knows what he likes and he keeps it coming. But dude has not been helping with Sukuna. Just like Maki, you need a, let me get at least some panels of you fighting Urome, dude, and you better win. Clearly the ice is slowing him the fuck down. I actually don't know who's gonna win that. I would be honestly surprised if Hakari did, because Urome's power seems really powerful. And lastly, and importantly, no, he's not as strong as Yuta when he's on a roll. If you enjoyed this video, consider liking and subscribing. Hakari PR team, let me hear you down below. What makes you like the character more than other Jujutsu characters? Is it because he's just like you for real, just like me for real? As always, leave in the comments down below other people you want to see, real people, characters, movies, TV shows. You already know the drill. We can react to anything. We can just fucking talk about it, you know? I can stare at the camera, look at you dead in the eyes and tell you I love you for 10 minutes if you want that. I do it for you. Have a wonderful day, my lovelies. The haircut was for you. Goodbye, Gojo. Goodbye, Luca.